Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines, where in the last episode, I don't actually know what we did in the last episode. Well, I do know, but we did this little area, I think. Upgraded it to a hand-placed neighborhood. Same with this one. We extended it a little bit to the canal. We did some work over here on the tourist district, and then I spent about 4 or 5 hours trying to fix the traffic, which has become a real problem in the city. Yeah, I haven't edited that episode yet, so I don't exactly know how last episode is going to turn out with that much footage, but yeah, that is what I did last episode. Now, if we take a look, traffic is back at 71%. I try to always aim for over 80%, but everything above 70 is acceptable. It just means that we need to do some more fixing in the near future. But if we take a look at the city, we have a couple of hotspots like this one. This one comes and goes. It depends on, if there is a freight train coming in, or if the forest industry is producing a lot of products and exporting it all at once. What we need to do to solve this issue entirely is we need to give people more options. And one way we can do that is by looking where they're coming from and where they're going. You see, for instance, if we take a look, lots of people coming from over here, going all the way down, using the ring road, all the way down over here, and they want to, be somewhere in this area. In the shops, the hotels, don't know where, maybe even over here, but we have a little bit room over here. So if we were to connect this highway exit up to the island over here, then those people wouldn't need to go all the way around and down to here. They could just get off here, take a tunnel, and come up over here. So that is what we're going to do today as our first order of business. We are going to add a second highway exit over here, and I'm debating whether it's going to be a high capacity one like this, or if it's going to be a normal one. And then we create a tunnel that goes down under here. Then that tunnel goes underneath the oil industry, underneath the river, and it'll pop up over here somewhere and connect to the strip, and maybe even connect to over here. And there we have it. A very ugly looking tunnel. But I just hooked it up for now to see if people would start using it, and plenty of trucks are using this way now to go to the peninsula. If we look at this side, I just hooked it up real quick just to see how it would be used before I do anything more sophisticated with the exit over here. And actually, I let it run for a couple of minutes, and if we take a look at the traffic right now, it's still at around 70%, but if we follow this highway along now, this part is now very busy because a lot of the trucks that are importing stuff and exporting stuff, they're now using this highway. So this will be a very busy highway. But if we take a look over here, this intersection over here was where almost all the trucks were going off the highway to take this road down. And it was causing the forest industry to back up all the way down to here, which is now resolved, which means that trucks no longer go all the way to here. This one is now much more, or much less busy, I should say. And if we follow the road down a little bit, hopefully this takes away some stress on this roundabout in both directions, because people were also using it to get out. So there was almost always backup like all the way to here, which is now completely gone. So this is only busy because this cargo train station is here, which will always be busy, but no more backing up. Then if we follow this ring road along, there is hardly any traffic on it anymore. This roundabout is still a little busy because it's another way into the city. Same goes over here. But if we follow it along then all the way down to here, I think this one now no longer needs to be a timed traffic light, because the timed traffic lights that I put in here, they cause this backup. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this intersection into those high capacity ones I've been using, like this one. So you don't have any four-way intersections, you only have three-way intersections. And yeah, I think this one has a little better throughput than the standard diamond interchange, which this is basically just a little neater version, although traffic is clearing up. This one is cleared up. This one is going to clear up in a little bit. This one's going to clear up in a little bit as well, now that there isn't as much traffic from this side anymore. Yeah, I think we're good for now. It could use high capacity interchange, but for now I think we're good. So now we have two highway entrances into the peninsula. This one over here and this one over here. Now, about the looks of this one. I had to put the underground tunnels pretty far down in order for them to not show up. You can still see them a little bit, but they're now deep down enough that the boats can pass over it. It isn't really that noticeable anymore, but this is pretty far down. I know it's more realistic, but I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take this one and this one, and this one and this one, and then I'm going to move them up ever so slightly, like to there. That means there is a pretty steep drop over here, but you know, we don't really see it. And that makes this slope that we have here a little bit more realistic. So let's take this tool and go from there to there. See, now it's 4.5 degrees. That's 2.9, much more realistic. Same on this side, of course. And then we need to make a few of these nodes sloped so they look a little bit better. Yeah, that's much better. And then we can detail this a little bit with some rocks and some trees, maybe a nice tunnel entrance over here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So ignore the connection to the strip for now. And we're going to do this. No, not that. This. And we're going to say Control H, them to the same height as we did over here. Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's much better. And then we take this tool again. Here to say here. 0.8%. That's almost nothing. Although these still need to be raised to terrain height. So let's take you and you. Like so. Oh, that's still a bit steep, I think. Maybe it should be a little further away. 3.4. I think it's doable. We can raise these up a little bit further even, I think. Like all the way to here. Like that. And then do that again. Yeah, much better. And then we can even straighten this out a little bit. Even though it's still too steep, but we won't see it anyway. See, traffic is already backing up on this one. Excellent. That means everybody is using this entrance, which means much less traffic through the city. Still a little bit of a backup over here. Yeah, this is still going to be a busy intersection because traffic that comes from this side that wants to go into the peninsula has to take this intersection or this one. Not a lot of people using this one though. Though I guess a few are. Most are using this one. Probably because a lot of them need to go over here and this is faster. Anyway, let's take a look-see. Still 69%, but that's because this part is really busy now. Everybody is adjusting. How's it looking over here? See, there's almost nothing over here anymore. It's still a timed traffic light, so people are going to stop and wait for the traffic light, of course. This one, also a timed traffic light. Also always going to be busy. And then, of course, we have the mess that is the oil industry. We have to do something about that as well, but not in this episode. Right now, we are going to detail this tunnel a little bit, add a little bit of a nicer end to the highway. So let's do that. that is looking much better. So I continued the highway directly into the strip. And over here I made a nice interesting looking intersection that basically lets traffic flow all the way to that side freely. This side, no, this tower is incredibly busy, even though it's only serving 41 visitors a week. Parking lot is full. This road is way too busy for what they say about the visitors. But anyway, yeah. Highway basically now continues on in one solid flowing line onto the strip, which is good. It is pretty busy. It takes a whole lot of traffic away from this part of the city. So if we take a look at our forest industry, still busy, but nothing backing up anymore. Everything flows. Everybody gets through in 1 or 2 cycles of the traffic light, mostly 1. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, this one is still busy, probably because there was just a cargo train. Also, this isn't really flowing anymore. Everybody's stopping. You should not stop. Just go through. Excellent. That is better already. Same goes on this side, actually. Just go through. Just go. Keep driving. You have to do it for every single one of these. Come on. Use a little bit of common sense, people. This one isn't needed anymore now, by the way. Yeah, that's better. Excellent. I think it's pretty good for now. One thing I did notice, if we take a look at any of the ring roads and highways, I don't know if it's just a predominant color, but if we take a look at this one, for instance, most of the lines we see are purple. There are only a couple of brown lines, very few pink, but purple, man, that is a lot. Purple is private vehicles. So what's probably happening now is that everybody who wants to come into the city does so by car, because we have been putting in train stations and stuff, but our public transit is, oh wow, look at this one. That wasn't here a minute ago, was it? I'm almost certain it wasn't. Alright, back to the time traffic light over here. Alright, it'll take a while to clear up, but that's okay. Anyway, as I was saying, that is probably because our public transport isn't that great anymore. We did put in a lot of stations, and we did, you know, we added bus lanes everywhere. We did set up part of the metro. We did set up part of the monorail, and it's busy over here as well. Why is everybody taking this road? You know what? I'm going to slow this one down to 30. Yeah, the speed was the same, so it meant this shortcut was faster. You should be 30. You should be 30. Don't need any traffic sneaking through over here. 30, 30, 30, 30. You know what? I don't want to set it for every single road in the city. No, that should do it, I think. That's already 30. Right. Anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted again, public transport. So what we need to do is, first of all, train lines need to be redone, and second of all, we need bus lines over here as well as over here. Not sure if I'm going to record that because it's pretty tedious work. So I think I'll just set everything up and then come back and explain what I've done in a couple of minutes instead of letting you suffer through me trying to figure out what the best routes are for buses, what the best stops are, how many vehicles should be used, stuff like that. It's pretty tedious work. So yeah, I'm going to set up our public transport real quick, at least for the island and the peninsula, and I will see you when that is done. All right, and that was that. A very tedious job, even if I do say so myself. Traffic is back at 76, 78%. It hit 80 a couple of minutes ago, so that is good. I redrew all the train lines in the city. I also added bus lines all the way across the island where there weren't any yet. I added a couple bus lines from the station to this station and into here, but there isn't really that much to do on the peninsula yet, so not a whole lot has changed there. The only thing left to do is the tram lines, which I haven't done yet, but I will do that between episodes. And yeah, I think especially the train lines, I think helps quite a lot with traffic. The main culprit for our bad traffic score is now this little area over here, which I will do in another episode. But for the rest, there aren't any traffic jams on the map anymore. It's just busy in some places. So yeah, I think we handled that pretty well. So apart from this tunnel and fixing a whole lot of traffic issues, I haven't done that much yet today. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start a pedestrian area over here, right next to the Bahnhof, with some shops in it and some wall-to-wall buildings. And I think that will be the last thing we do today. So yeah, let's get to it.
What?
Well, someone knows their unilaterals. You.
Oh, God.
Divorce?
Yeah, are we doing this or not?
I would never divorce you.
What are you doing?
Confusing the hell out of me.
I am not Mark Spector. I'm Stephen Grant. I work in a gift shop, and I think maybe that you might be the only person that can help me.
Dude, this is so sad. Only thing that we can really relate to is like Alzheimer's, but imagine your loved one totally forgets everything about you in your life and the memories you had.
I thought we were going to the police station.
Now, why would you think that?
Fuck!
You don't need to fight me, Stephen. Surrender control. I saw what you did to those people.
Oh, is Mark just a personification of that part of Steven that kills people? Or vice versa? Steven is a mental manifestation of Mark, a version of himself that didn't kill people and do bad shit.
Stephen Grant? Mark Spector. Khonshu?
Khonshu?
Khonshu chose you as his avatar because your mind would be so easy to break, or because it was broken already?
Not broken. Just need some help.
Wow. Dude, honestly, that's a super powerful line right there. I'm not broken, I just need some help. It's really like the main truth of people with mental conditions. They're not broken, they do just need help. That just hit me different.
Khonshu always tries to ensnare those with a strong moral conscience.
You have no conscience.
He often throws temper tantrums.
Khonshu. I'm gonna start calling people that.
We have already done harm. I am real justice.
Shut up, Khonshu. I'm gonna eat my lentils. Real justice, my gooch.
She tears evil up from the root, casting her judgment before any evil's done. That's why we must resurrect her.
Right, but isn't that a bit dodgy? Like trusting the judgment of a weird crocodile lady?
I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who's real.
If Amit judges people pre-evil, like before the fact, then isn't she judging an innocent person? A thought can't be evil, can it? I think about killing my boss all the time, but I wouldn't actually do it.
How many of you guys out there fantasize about killing your boss? Weird question, I know. And I know you're not gonna act on it, but drop a comment down below.
Where is the scarab? Where is the scarab?
I'm conflicted. I can't even imagine being Steven.
I haven't.
Oh shit, they know Layla? But she thinks that Mark is real and not Steven. But Steven thinks Steven's real and not Mark. Wait, she just called him Steven. I thought she was about Mark. What the fuck is happening? Dude, what are you about to do? Old glass stepping on sandal wearing man? The Demogorgon.
Open the chute!